And we have returned!
We're back. Now I finally get to loot these little cabins.
You know, there was a crap cartoon.
Oh boy, here we go.
Back in the 90s called We're Back. It's like a couple of dinosaurs came back to the present day.
Was that a show or was that a movie?
It was a movie. It was like a bad animated movie.
Yeah, I think I vaguely remember that.
Man, in the 90s, like, dinosaurs were the shit. For Jurassic Park and Land Before Time and the family sitcom known as Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Which was like the Flintstones, but with dinosaurs. It was, you know, but it was live action, and I think it was Jim Henson, right? That did the suits and stuff.
Oh god.
It was interesting as far as like the effects. They had like suits. I would say similar to the original Ninja Turtles live action movie.
Yeah. It was
But-
it was interesting in costuming, if not.
Yeah, in
actual
concept.
humor.
I think there's a red herb on your left. Oh no, it's something much worse.
It's a bad joke. It's a bad pun.
Was it? Heads up. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Squonk.
Waggle it. No, waggle the remote, not your dick.
I don't make a distinction.
Okay, well, maybe you should... No! Well done. Anyway, he doesn't seem fazed by any of these things.
No.
Oh my god, I almost got run over by a boulder! Well, so anyway, I guess I'll just keep on going down by the water. Hey, you! I have words for you! I'm gonna... Oh, man, thank you! I almost blew up! You should have blown
Whoa,
up.
jeez.
Oh! I'm sorry. You did just roundhouse kick him right into the water.
Yeah.
Oh, and he dropped something on the shore. Nice shot.
Look, a water snake.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't get him in time.
Much like the world-renowned trouser snake.
What is that?
I don't know, but I hear they play the skin flute. No! Wow.
Let me just knife your ankle here.
I don't think I hit it. Oh, you are hitting it. Watch that explosive right behind you. Can you capitalize on it?
Nope. Alright, I don't want to be down here.
Nope, not with that snake sniffing around. So
how you been?
dinosaurs.
How you doing?
Oh! Dinosaurs, Resident Evil. Where did they cross? Why is that relevant? Because after Resident Evil became incredibly popular, Capcom decided to try to capitalize on the same idea twice.
I'd love to see where you're taking this.
And they came up with the wonderful series. That's right, Belch! No, Dino Crisis.
Oh god.
Which turned out to be not nearly as terrifying because it's like after Jurassic Park came out, they're like, oh, people like dinosaurs, let's do that.
Might be a snake.
All it was like yep, nice call. And an egg. The incredibly predictable like window break type surprises.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it's like smash! Oh, who knew a raptor was gonna pop through that window that you've been focusing on for the past like 3 screens? Game was not nearly.
To walk into one of those tripwires, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think you are gonna get him to do that. I mean, you can try to like coerce him one way or another, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Where is
Oh,
he?
he is still there.
Yeah.
I thought he was dead. I was wrong. This is why I'm not playing. This is why you are. Also, because I'm a lazy
I'm just close enough.
Yeah, you got him. You got him. So anyway, Dino Crisis blows.
Not great. Sorry, Dino
Not
Crisis.
a fan of it. There were 3 of them.
What were some other Resident Evil kind of knockoffs? Because I feel like...
There was an interesting one that Squaresoft did, Parasite Eve.
Oh, yeah.
But the reason why I say it's interesting is because it wasn't a direct knockoff. It wasn't a straight-up survival horror, you know, have to manage all your bullets and that's everything like that. No, it had more of an RPG element. Like, every time you shot someone, a certain amount of damage was done. This is back when, like, after Final Fantasy 7 and 8, Squaresoft got a lot of clout on the Western front. So they started porting over all of their titles.
That makes it sound like a war. On the Western front.
Yeah, well, okay. The Western market. How about that?
Better.
You know what? Sales is war.
That was during Square's, like... Oh, boy. like second renaissance.
Yeah, like they're bringing over just about anything. That's where we saw Airgees.
Okay,
as well
that
as
wasn't.
as well as Vagrant Story. Legend of Mana. What was the other? There's a couple other big ones, and Parasite Eve was one of them.
Yep.
But Parasite Eve was like this. It was very similar to Resident Evil as far as like there was this weird like biological thing happening, and these incredibly like fantastical monsters were coming from it. But it had much more of an RPG element as far as like it was a little more like the classic JRPG type concept, mixed in with survival horror. But it kind of had this interesting thing as far as like you would stop the action and it would have like a sphere of your range.
Yeah. Was it like?
Yeah, you had to like plan your shots out a little bit, and like if they were within that range, you had a much higher chance of success to actually make your shots.
Oh, hey guys.
Front Mission was another one that they brought over. I freaking love Front Mission 3. But so that's about. Those are some of the main ones. Those are at least were the PlayStation ones. And then, of course, there's Konami's attempt to kind of capitalize on it, which went a completely different route. I like it. Silent Hill.
Of course.
Which, maybe by Halloween we would play one of those.
I don't know if you'll find a lot of people that say, like, Silent Hill, oh no.
Yeah, but Silent Hill tried to go away from the whole, like, guns and ammo stuff. And they eventually started going a little more towards the...
Oops. Wow, I totally misjudged that.
I don't know, a little more on the story side?
I think right out of the gate they did.
But I mean, like, towards the end, it was less of, like, oh, it's a military issue, or some horrible biological thing. It's more sort of coming psychological from game.
Yeah.
At least I'm kind of using Silent Hill 2 as my anchor point for this comment. Just because that's... Man, these guys just don't freaking go away.
There's a whole bunch of them in this area.
Did you just kick him into obliteration?
It's possible. Boy, you guys dodged a real bullet.
Something shining there in the distance.
Oh, yeah. You guys dodged a real bullet because one of my suggestions for this show was to play the Silent Hill HD collection. The remakes that they did a few years ago for 360 and PS3. And apparently those were not real great HD versions.
Yeah.
They did not turn out super good. Like, the voice acting was all redone, and there were a lot of graphical glitches, and just took a lot of, like, atmosphere away. So, be glad. I mostly wanted to play them for a laugh.
You having a laugh? Is that what you're doing?
Having a laugh.
You're having a laugh? Yeah, I mean, the first Silent Hill, honestly, is one of the first PlayStation games that really, like, kind of chilled me. Like, I got like just freaked out by it. I mean,
absolutely.
The first, there's also a snake down there.
A snake. I won't do that anymore. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the first Resident Evil, I remember like playing it at a friend of ours, and he would play, and I was sitting there on the couch watching him play. I'm not 100% ashamed to say this. I was kind of hiding behind a pillow because I was waiting for the next big jump scare. But by like the second one, you kind of got used to it. So you're like, smash! Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Silent Hill was never... wasn't as guilty of that as, like...
No, it was more of, like, the slow... It was more... Okay, where Resident Evil was more along the lines of, like, the surprise kind of pop-ups, like...
It was
I would say, like, Friday the 13th type idea.
It was a creature feature, so to speak.
I don't know, it was more the long game. It was like the slow kind of walking towards you slowly, like in a Mike Myers kind of way. Yeah. Nothing ever like ran at you really. All right, just to give it kind of an idea of this, Silent Hill's big thing, like in this, you'd turn corners and find zombies that aren't making any sounds, and all of a sudden you're like, and that was kind of like, oh my god, I'm in over my head. Silent Hill, like everything was foggy, which was a heck of a game mechanic just to kind of hide the limitations of the game at the time.
Also used super well in Superman 64.
Can't believe you even mentioned that one.
The same way.
Oh, there is something weird in that water! I bet that splash is so low res you can't see what's beyond it.
Leon does not give a fuck. He is the hardest motherfucker on Earth.
Nothing surprises him. I'm telling you. Older, no big deal. Giant Loch Ness monster, whatever.
Not even an eyebrow raise. Not. Oh man, I got to go in there. Just.
I guess that's that. But anyway, Silent Hill. So yeah, there's this fog, and the only way you can tell you're getting close to like where enemies are, like these incredibly weird monsters. Like I just. Oh man, like even Silent Hill 2, like it wasn't until, dude, I don't even know. Like I think it's like halfway through the game until you can finally see one in clear light that you kind of see just how freaky these guys are. They're kind of like warped flesh or something like that. But they make a sound on your radio. You have like a radio on you, and it's just you hear white noise, like static, as you get closer and closer to them. And so you can't see them, you just hear it. And at one point, I think they had dogs that kind of popped out of the mist. Like these demon dogs or whatever, like these weird warped flesh dogs. 11 minutes.
We're coming up to a boss fight.
This is a perfect point to stop then.
All right.
So...
All right, we'll be back next time with maybe a little bit of a fight. Maybe not.
I hope. I mean... It's not going to phase Leon one way or another. He doesn't give a shit. Ain't nothing scared of that shit. What is that, a fucking fish?
Yeah, there's fish here that I could shoot. If I was a monster.
Okay, PETA. All right. Next time, guys. Bye-bye.